Good morning and a warm welcome to your show, Sunny Mornings in Encinitas. I'm your host, Melissa, and it's Monday, June 15th. You'll be interested to know. 274 years ago, today in 1752, Benjamin Franklin flew a kite in a thunderstorm with a key tied to the string to show that lightning behaved like electricity. The demonstration convinced many that natural electricity could be studied systematically, advancing scientific methods and inspiring future innovations in electrical technology and public safety. So now you know. And now, it's time for the Surf Report. Monday in Encinitas. This morning it's looking fair with waves around 2 to 4 feet. Conditions will remain fair until about 10 a.m. when they shift to choppy. Winds are currently onshore at 5 miles per hour, increasing to 11 miles per hour by 1 p.m. Best time to ride is at 6 a.m. with a 0-foot incoming low tide when the south-southwest swell is 2.5 feet at 15 seconds, and the onshore wind is 4 miles per hour. The first high tide on Monday will be 3.5 feet at 11 a.m., followed by a 2-foot low tide just before 3:30. The nearshore buoy at Beacons reads 71 degrees for the water temperature. Conditions start fair with waves around 3 to 5 feet and light winds early on Tuesday. Expect choppy conditions later in the day as winds increase. Wednesday sees cleaner conditions with 4 to 6 feet of swell, peaking in the morning before becoming choppy again. Thursday maintains 4 to 5 foot waves but struggles with choppy surf, especially in the afternoon. This morning, it's mostly cloudy and it feels like 71 degrees with 5 mile per hour wind. The sunset will take place at 8:01 and it will rise again tomorrow at 5:40. It looks like we're in for some partly sunny weather today, with a high near 72 and a light northwest breeze around 8 miles per hour. If you're inland, it will hit a high of 74. Tonight, expect mostly cloudy skies with a low around 65 and a light northwest wind around 8 miles per hour. Looking ahead in the weather, Tuesday will be partly sunny with a high near 71 and a west wind of 5 to 10 miles per hour. Wednesday and Thursday stay mostly sunny with highs around 70 to 71 and mild nights in the mid-60s. Bonjour, food enthusiasts. This podcast is brought to you by Versailles Cafe and Pastries in Encinitas. Nestled on El Camino Real South, just north of Encinitas Boulevard, this cafe is a haven for culinary delights. Indulge in their amazing Eggs Benedict or their gluten-free crepes. You can grab a panini for lunch or just breeze on through to get your morning coffee. They are open every day from 8 to 5. So stop on by and don't forget to tell them Sunny Morning sent you. In local news, California school districts are intensifying their efforts to secure $3.9 billion in funding, which they argue is urgently needed rather than a future promise. Governor Gavin Newsom has delayed this funding until projected revenues become actual cash by early next year, citing caution amid economic uncertainties. Education advocates are increasingly frustrated, emphasizing that this funding is not merely a budgetary concern, but an existential threat to public education. With the state legislature required to pass a balanced budget by June 15th, the outcome of this funding debate will soon be revealed. Now on to sports. Carolina's Jordan Staal wins the Conn Smythe Trophy as playoff most valuable player, the oldest on record at age 37. Rod Brind'Amour, the Hurricanes coach, praised Staal's leadership, stating, "We're not here today without Jordan Staal." Staal, a two-way shutdown center, led the Hurricanes to their second championship, scoring 6 goals in the final against the Golden Knights. He became the longest-tenured player in the organization after joining in 2012. Stahl's journey reflects resilience, as he noted, each scar, each moment just drives a hunger even deeper into you. His remarkable performance solidified his legacy in Carolina. In local sports, the Padres are heading to St. Louis this afternoon with real momentum. They took the series against Baltimore yesterday, 5-2, behind a strong effort from Walker Buehler and a pair of home run swings. Rodolfo Duran hit a solo home run for 1 RBI, and Fernando Tatis Jr. added 2 more runs batted in. That win stretched their record to 37-33, and now they're on a 2-game winning streak heading into enemy territory at Busch Stadium. Lucas Giolito takes the mound for San Diego against Tustin May this afternoon at 4:45. The Padres can't afford to slip up on the road if they want to stay competitive in the NL West. Every series matters down the stretch, and a strong start in St. Louis sets the tone for the rest of June. Off the field, former Padres outfielder Brian O'Grady announced his retirement after more than 12 years in professional baseball. O'Grady played his final MLB season with San Diego back in 2021, though he went on to have a remarkable career across Japan, Korea, Mexico, and the Dominican Republic. He finished playing for Mexico's Union Laguna in the Mexican League. In top news, an organic baby formula brand is being voluntarily recalled after 3 infants diagnosed with infant botulism were hospitalized. According to a notice from the Food and Drug Administration, the affected infants consumed Nara Organics powdered infant formula, sold at Target stores throughout the United States. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention confirmed the cases in California, Washington, and Pennsylvania. Fortunately, all 3 babies were successfully treated, with no reported deaths. Customers should stop using the affected products immediately and can request refunds online or return them to Target stores. If a baby shows symptoms, caregivers should contact their healthcare provider immediately. In business news, defaults in debt markets are starting again, warns PIMCO. Here is the bond giant's game plan. Investors should be getting their portfolios back to that 60% to 40% balance, says the influential bond fund firm. With defaults set for a comeback and stock market valuations looking stretched, investors should be turning to fixed income to help anchor portfolios, says bond fund giant PIMCO. After years of effortless returns, the default cycle is reasserting itself, and we expect significantly higher losses and lower quality credit, such as leveraged and private direct lending. A team at the $2 trillion management firm, led by Richard Clarida, said in a recently published outlook. In crypto movement, Bitcoin is up 4% over the weekend to just under $66,000. Ethereum is up 3% to just over $1,700. And XRP is up 4% to $1.19. Moving on to a more local vibe. In our community spotlight on health and wellness, we are working with a national Pilates studio to bring you some free classes, so listen up. Check out Club Pilates, with several locations in the San Diego area. Pilates presents a comprehensive wellness approach, cultivating strength, reducing tension, and elevating mental well-being. Scientific research affirms its benefits. So now you can check out Club Pilates for a free class, with locations in Encinitas, Solana Beach, Oceanside, La Jolla, and more. Just be sure to tell them Sunny Morning sent you by. And now, back to the show. Let's talk tech. Humanoid robots are, by definition, quite extreme. Now, a humanoid is even training to complete one of the most daring spectacles ever conceived, scaling to the top of Mount Everest. According to Humanoids Daily, a modified Unetri G1 unit has recently completed a trek to the top of Ecuador's Chimborazo volcano, which stands at 20,564 feet high. The summit of Chimborazo is technically farther away from the center of the Earth than Mount Everest. The ultimate goal of the initiative, called PEMBA, is to give conservationists a tool to monitor remote environments. Next, Pablo and his team are set to take PEMBA to Hawaii's Mauna Kea. And in entertainment news, Matt Damon's viral science fiction thriller has taken over HBO Max. Of all the many exciting summer blockbusters in 2026, no film is as hotly anticipated as The Odyssey. Director Christopher Nolan returns with his most ambitious film yet, boasting a staggering production budget of $250 million. Featuring a star-studded cast, including Tom Holland and Anne Hathaway, The Odyssey is set to make waves on global screens. Meanwhile, Contagion, a film predicting the COVID-19 pandemic, has gone viral again, becoming the most streamed movie on HBO Max in the United States. Originally released on September 8, 2011, it grossed $137 million. Well, alrighty folks, it's time for the quote of the day. And today, our quote comes from the American inventor and electrical engineer, Nikola Tesla. And he said, "The present is theirs, the future, for which I have really worked, is mine." And that's a wrap for this morning. You can check out our Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok for some captivating aerial videos with local news and the surf reports. Have an amazing day, my good friends. We'll see you tomorrow with another episode of Sunny Mornings in Encinitas.